Alright, it's recording.
On camera as well.
Yeah, where am I going? Yeah. On camera as well.
Forget the weather in the sand and snow. Sand
Coming
and
out.
snow.
Yeah. So we're back again, episode 93.
Hello.
We got Jack Barnes here. Regular guest, Jack Barnes. He's from Tilsley. And what is it again you're selling on here?
Mainly Juice Plus
Juice Plus.
and network marketing.
Right, okay. And what kind of team have you got? Have you got a big team?
So, as you'll see on my weekly Facebook updates, what I usually do is I get in a suit and I'll just go up my bathroom and I'll take pictures of myself with the caption "Future Millionaire," because that's how everyone makes money these days. And every now and then, I'll tell everyone that there's a big business opportunity coming. And then we all go to a conference that we pay $8,000 for.
Right.
And we get motivated. And that's how I
So
make
you make money?
That's how I make money, yeah.
So how often do you have to post a day?
That
How much do you weigh as well?
I mean, I don't have to do any post anymore.
No, you're not a postman. Not a postman now.
No, lad, honestly, I've seen a lot of that over lockdown, people losing their minds, just like,
Yeah.
you know, like, what it is that you just need to buy 6 of these drinks, and then I'll buy some, and then it just keeps on going down. It's like a pyramid scheme. No.
What's that? No, nothing to do with Egypt. Nothing to do with Egypt.
It's network marketing.
Yeah. I don't think they even do that in Giza.
But it's like, honestly, whenever anyone recommends anything to me now, all I do is just type in the thing and then just scam.
Oh yeah.
Like, you name it, network marketing, Calpol, abortion. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just
You type in Calpol abortion, comes up.
Yeah.
Right. Or when people recommend abortion to you,
But why would
you
they
type it and it says scam.
Why would they be recommending me when I've not got a womb?
Render mending gee.
You shouldn't recommend me when I've not got a womb.
No,
Scam.
It's men's choice, isn't it? What are you laughing at? It's a man's choice whether or not
He
a
has an
woman should have an abortion.
I mean,
And I don't even mean that if it's his baby. If you see a pregnant woman, it's up to you to go up and go, come on. Time's up.
I always think though, like,
That's not what I believe. God, no, I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. We don't have to say good because it's clear that I'm joking about these things. If you want, I'll wink at the camera every time. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
you should just have like a little joke thing just coming up. But I've been thinking, about that, like, because I often think, wouldn't it be mad if both genders could have a kid?
Yeah,
Or both
like
sexes, sorry.
Oh wait, because surely there are some animals in that kingdom that are that way. Because I know seahorses. I'm just fixing something on the screen
right.
there. I know seahorses. They carry the baby, don't
They
they?
just go. Like,
Little eggies.
yeah,
pop out.
I've seen slugs like copulated,
Oh yeah.
and like they
What
just
does copulate mean?
sort of like having it away,
Okay.
and they form some lot of like weird.
Oh, it's a sexual thing.
Yeah, mucus like bridge.
Oh,
And I wouldn't mind that.
Hmm.
Like if I could just go like, I like you, and then you just absorb some of their DNA,
Right.
and then you just like, and then like another little slug babby comes out. I'd love that.
So it's as if you're stood across from your future mother of your child, and you just go, "I like you," like you said, and then a stream of like a connection
Like a
of
bridge.
sludge,
Yeah,
a bridge.
Yeah,
That's how slugs do it.
yeah, I've seen it. Took a picture.
What does their orgasm look like? The orgasm face? Do the little things spin around and stuff? Yeah. Did you think you'd be doing a slug's orgasm face on the podcast?
Oh.
There we go, perfect. Whenever you do faces like that, I'm going to cut them all together and make some sort of mad shit. So what have you been doing, man, since the last time we did an episode a little while ago? I know you've been making some musics.
Yeah, I've been making some of my own tunes. That's been good. Playing a lot of piano.
Oh yeah.
Tickling
Tickling the ivories, have you?
Oh yeah, mate. Like, I only do piano now, Tomo. Yeah. You know what? We should just have that video as like the fucking
The middle bit. Yeah, sweet. All right,
because it's so good.
it is
But
so
yeah,
good.
I've been smashing off just making my own tunes because like obviously we're not practicing because it's because we hate each other and as well because it's lockdown.
The band?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When did you start hating each other? When did that first begin?
I mean, it's never really. It's not a question of when it began. It's just when it's going to end.
Right, okay. When the hate will end?
Yeah.
And will that be when the band eventually disperses and everyone has kids?
Yeah.
And that one guy, you know which one I mean, he eventually gives his kidneys up on the black market. But he's like, wait, I needed one of them, and he gave up both.
Do you reckon anyone's ever done that? Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll give you both, mate.
I've clicked OK twice. I've put 2 it cart, Karen. I've put 2 it cart, they've had them both.
And the hospital going, look, it were a mistake. You had the 2 right next to the 1.
How am I supposed to clean my bloody toxins now? We'll have to get one of them machines.
Get one of them kidney machines.
Get it on eBay.
Kidney bean machines. Yeah, right, okay. I have no idea how we digress to there.
Don't know, but
what it is I go in a direction and you join me on it.
Love
and I
it.
like it.
Love
I
it.
like it.
Well, it's like, yeah, what else has been going on? I've had my bike nicked. That's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good. Walked here through the mean streets.
Oh, yeah, the mean streets.
Yeah, SALFORD. Salford is the place for me. But yeah.
Salford. I can
But yeah, so I've had my bike nicked. That were wounding. But it's made me appreciate just, you know, how shit it were before I had a bike.
Yeah. Having a bike is sick.
Yeah.
I love having a bike. I'm sorry that I'm just... It's like, my son
dear.
just died and I'm like, I love having a son. My son is top of his class.
How good is it being alive?
I know. Isn't it good just about Dad's grave? Isn't it good being alive, Dad? You would, honestly, the year 2020 is mad. You didn't even make it to the 2000s, you mad cunt. But go on. Having your bike nicked.
Yeah, so that's been a bit shit. But
You walked here though. Do you?
Yeah.
Your appreciation? Do you not have an appreciation for walking around sometimes?
I
Or you
love it
just
anyway.
like-
You know me, I love a good walk. But it's just after you've done it for a job.
After you've done it for a job.
No, but no, like I dig it. But the thing is that like
I was a walker.
I like walking about though. Like sort of, there's a specific time at night, like dusk, like round about like
Golden hour.
yeah, where like everything's just a bit mad. Do you know what I mean? Like there's like sort of like homeless people are starting to descend upon the city centre, but at the same time there's like normalos, you know what I mean? Proper normalo marshmallows just coming out of work, and they're just like, let's go get a Starbucks. It's like, can I have some change? Can you fuck? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And on the way out they're just like, do you want to donate 10p to child relief? It's like, of course I do.
Yeah, I'll relieve a child.
It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what is funny about that? The homeless thing that you said then. I was walking through Manchester earlier today, and 2 homeless guys, one of them playing guitar, not any chords, he was just playing the guitar. He didn't know any songs, he didn't know any chords, no musical theory. He was just playing with it, and he just, and then as we walked past him, he goes, just give us 10p. And I was like, that's the best sales pitch I've heard. Come on, lads, 10p, like that, like at least 10p.
Yeah.
Like not even at least, he just wanted 10p, and I was ready to give him a quid if I had it in change, but I didn't have any. I don't really have much. I'm sorry, mate. I can't really help you out.
You know what's funny is that he's probably got more business sense than one of those network marketers.
Exactly.
Or like one of the Avon
He's
people.
not posting on his Instagram daily grind, is he?
Yeah.
That floor boy.
It's like, I woke up at 4 a.m. today. Yeah, but why? What are you doing?
I know.
Honestly,
You're not Mark Wahlberg.
I want to make either a sitcom or a documentary about these people's lives. Like this kind
That
of
would
like,
be good.
Thomas wakes up at 4 a.m.
That would be good.
It'd be sick. Just like, what are you doing? Well, what I do usually, I wake up at 4 a.m. and then I take a picture of me at clock, and then I go back to bed.
Yeah.
I say, and then I put rise and grind for all my followers.
Hi. And then I get up and I make a smoothie. And I take a picture of the protein powder I use, and I say, find a discount code on my website at 100% never stopping. That's my discount code. 100% never stopping. You can't stop me. One big discount code. Then I drink the smoothie.
I think one of my favourite moments, one of them, is that like, there was a lad at my school who I'm not really in touch with anymore. And he was like one of them. And
Why?
he what's it called? That's not a racial term, as in that he were a network marketer.
Yeah, it would be funny if that's just you went blanket statement, just like one of them.
But
The non-whites.
and he'd be posting it every day. And I remember he posted a video pretending he'd hypnotised someone out of into giving up smoking, and it was the maddest thing I've ever seen. Like it's just like he'd be chatting it to the camera, and like when someone's bullshitting and their eyes get massive, they're just like, "What we've done there today, Kelsey has rang us up, aren't you, Kelsey?" and she tried lighting a cig and just went, and like as though, and I'm just like,
Oh my God.
and for some reason they were just sat in like a. The only way I could think to describe it is like a Ferris wheel, like the London Eye. It looked like they were sat in one of them.
Together, like the two of them were in the same room.
Yeah.
Do you know what's mad about you telling me that? And what's in the last year and stuff? I imagined that entire thing on Zoom.
Yeah, no, it was like this was years ago.
Damn.
I bet the hypnotists are having a shit time over Zoom.
Oh
aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah. They're like,
Mediums and
yeah.
that. It's not the same when someone's over Zoom just going, was it? I've got the word John. Did you have anyone dead in your family called John?
It's because one screen has the Zoom call and one has the Facebook account, and they're going, I see that John died in 2008. That was when you got married, didn't it?
Yeah, and like, yeah, this lad, he was doing all this, and one day he posted up, and it was just, what's something you ask yourself every morning? And I just thought, right, I've had enough. So I just put, is it wicked? Blocked.
Blocked, yeah.
Deleted.
That's amazing.
Instantly.
Is it? Because you know what's funny about that? All he had to do was either, he could have just liked it, laughed. They're the two easiest options. Haha. Even a haha, not even a ha ha ha. That's like, I actually found it funny. A haha is kind of like, all right, mate. But a like on the comment, fair enough. But instead he went, you're not taking this seriously. You're not taking my
post on this social media platform.
And the idea of you waking up and going like, is it wicked? That's the way you start your day.
But I just couldn't help it. Is it wicked? Because like, this is the thing, man. It's why I've stopped engaging really on social media, because like, I just pissed too many people off. Like, there was a lad who was posting lost dogs from like Chicago, and like,
just guys who are like painters who have gone abroad and like, I'm kind of lost at the moment. Like little dogs, like Cocker Spaniel. Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
Dogs like that. Yeah. They've got.
When
they're a bit lost in life. That's what I meant. They're in a bad relationship at the moment.
Well, they've got a tattoo.
Yeah, they've got a tattoo, and they're like, I don't know if I'm going to regret this.
They've got a tattoo and a haircut. They've got an undercut. They've got a piercing. They've got a piercing done.
They've got a tattoo and a haircut. They've got socks and a bag.
Yeah. They're wearing odd socks. It's their thing.
They've got eyes and a leg.
Yeah. Got odd socks on because that's their thing now.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, lost dogs.
They've glued loads of soles on the shoe, so they're massive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like the twits.
Lost dogs. The lost dogs.
Right.
And like, but yeah, someone will have like lost a dog in like Sierra Leone, and then like my mate will be sharing it. It's like, have you seen this dog?
No way.
Straight up. At one, I'm just like, where have you found that? Like, because there must, like, how many dog forums are you on?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Is anyone in Bolton seeing this dog?
Like, anyone who's Bolton, like, you never know, it might have stored away.
Yeah.
It's just like, you'll be able to tell it. It's got an eyebrow piercing and a Bob Marley tattoo. It's lost.
Yeah, do you know what, as well? This dog, it happens a lot. It gets 2 flights from Sierra Leone. Always gets stuck on a flight. And it gets over here into England. So it might be in England. It's happened before.
We're worried it's not got a visa.
Yeah, exactly. We're worried.
But yeah,
we know it doesn't speak the language.
And he posted that up, and it was like, oh, check, local ponds and stuff. I'm like, why? And he was like, oh, apparently, like, when dogs get lost, sometimes they just wander into ponds and drown. And I was like,
don't look for it then.
But in my head, I couldn't help it. I was just like, well, how do you think the fish get fed?
Ooh.
And he was disgusted by that, and I was just kind of like, what do you think fish eat? Stuff that wanders into ponds?
Yeah, your point was like, that dog has been eaten, mate.
Been eaten. If that's happened,
but
it's
his
dead.
point was like, are you saying that dogs are fish food?
But as well, what I want to know is, does that mean that he's going to his local ponds with one of them like pool nets? Just like, ain't dead dog there. It's like, I found a tibia.
Yeah.
Do you know
Oh my God, yeah.
But like,
can we relocate this to its owner?
Yeah, but I've never understood it. Like, for example, I know I shouldn't laugh, but I always think it's funny when people have their dogs nicked.
Nicked as in
Stolen.
stolen.
They're just like, oh, I've had my dog stolen. Because in my head, I'm just, I don't know why it's funny, but it is. Like,
It's awful.
I've had my dog nicked. Like, you nick a bike, don't you? You nick a telly.
You wouldn't steal a bike, so why would you steal a
But
dog?
it's the fact that they've broken into that house and gone, just get the dog.
Do you reckon that's how it goes?
Tony.
It's not like, Tony, there's nothing valuable.
But
Get that.
grab that. But it's the fact that, like, it must be biting, it's shitting.
No, I reckon it bit on and they went, fuck it, let's go.
Just
Just ran out with it on the road.
Come on, pit down. Like, they're buzzing because, they say, like, staffies can't open the mouth once they've bitten. They're just like, buzzing, come on, son.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've got an hand free here.
I can get another one on.
But I don't know, because I always imagine them running in and I'm just, like, putting a dog in like a swag bag.
Yeah.
And they're running down the road.
The dog's like,
What have you got in there? Nothing.
yeah.
It's like, never mind.
Or it's like a Mission Impossible and you come into the attic on a
Yeah.
wire.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and they pick the dog up.
It's the same like when you see a bike and it's been locked up, but there's both wheels are missing.
Yeah,
I think that's
so
funny.
sad, that isn't
Nah,
it? That's like, imagine seeing a dog tied up outside a shop and all its legs are missing.
Dog on bricks. But like, no, like, I just find stuff like, when it's just one bike wheel and the bike's got, I don't know why, but I think that's funny.
Yeah,
There's a bit of me, even when my bike was nicked, I was just like, that is a bit funny.
That's a good attitude to have, though. I often have it like, after the moment of rage that I've had where I've flipped out, I afterwards go like, alright, that was pretty funny, that.
But I just can't, I've just got to laugh.
In the moment.
It's like when I had my bike nicked. That bike's been nicked 3 times.
Yeah, I remember,
this is the third time it's been nicked, but this is the first time I've not had it back.
Well, maybe I'll have it back this time.
Yeah, but like, it's alright.
3 times. 3 times lucky, though.
Yeah, true, but at the same time, I'm
That's what
looking
they
at it
say.
as like, you know what? It were on its last legs anyway. You know what I mean? That bike needed putting out to pasture.
Yeah.
The gears barely worked. The brakes barely worked. I'm just like, if you can get...
Bad time, innit?
Yeah, better time. But it's like, the thing is, I had to like learn its intricacies of how to ride it.
Exactly. I had that with my old bike,
But
where you're
it's
like, no, you have to put slight pressure on the left brake
Yeah.
all the time if you want to go up a hill.
It's like, lad, if you can get down off this road with that, you deserve to keep it. You've passed the test. You're like King Arthur, like you've pulled the sword out of the stone. But
Yeah, imagine you're like, well, where the hell is it? And you see like you're just upside down on it and it's all tangled up.
what have you done? I've made a bad decision. Like, yeah, either that or I was just like, you know what? I've just got a poor kid a birthday present and not even known it. You know what I mean? I'm not asked. Like,
Yeah.
not bothered me, lad.
I'm not even bothered.
This is an appeal.
If it might be in Sierra Leone. What about that? Everyone in Sierra Leone is watching. There's a bike that's been nicked in Manchester. Lost bike.
I just love though that like my mate lost a cat once. She found it again, but like I remember she put up a poster and it was just like, oh, answers to. I'm not going to say the cat's name.
Why?
I don't know. Just in case people go looking for it.
That's like that. I would understand if you were like, my teacher, Mrs. I probably won't say her name actually, but the cat.
Got to protect its identity.
Is it?
It's called Cecil.
Thank you,
Cecil, whatever.
Cecil.
And it was like answers to Cecil, and I just like I
So
love
there's
that.
someone around Manchester now just going Cecil,
But it's
Cecil.
but it's just like I've never known a cat for answer to anything.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard someone go, "Oh, come here, Robert," and it goes, "Meow."
Robert.
Do you know what I mean?
Neo. Yeah, that's a good point. I remember when I lost my cat Toby, that I used to have. He moved around a couple of addresses with me, and at one point I was staying at my sister's, and there's this massive field, like the back garden just kind of like turned into a huge field, and it just stretched for ages. And I remember one day, like he went out the first, oh Toby, I just sound like a fucking
Toby.
like, Toby. No. Anyway, so I won't go into it too much, but he would run off into there all the time. Then around the time that I was moving out of my sister's, about 2 days before when I started packing my stuff, he went out and he just stayed out for like a couple of days, and I was like, I've lost him. But within the first 24 hours, about 12 hours in, you're like, it's been out for a while. And then when it's 24 hours, you're like, a bit worried now. Then as it goes beyond that, you're like, oh shit, has it gone? Has the cat gone now? But within that 24-hour window, I remember talking to Mum about it, and she just immediately went, look, you just better get used to it. He's gone now, hasn't he? Like that. And I was like, Jesus. And she just, her thought on it was just like, no, it's probably got, that's how she, like if I'm like, I've got a bit of a chest pain, she's like, you're having a heart attack. You're probably having a heart attack. It's cancer what you've got.
Kill you, don't worry.
You're probably going to be dead in a week if it's my diagnosis.
Death comes to us also.
It does, don't worry. I've got to teach you the harsh lessons. Now blow out the birthday candles.
Now go play out.
Yeah, exactly. Go play on M6.
Yeah, like, the older I get, the more I just think, like, I just don't get why people have pets. I don't see point.
Yeah, unless you have a family and shit.
Anything that I have to pick its shit up, I'm not even going to pick my kids' shit up. So at least with kids, you just put a cloth around them and they just shit in it and you go...
Yeah, but when you dispose of that thing, it's messy. It's real messy, my friend.
I know, but like what I'm saying is that like with a dog, like... I don't know, I just think that like it just seems like you've just got a little prisoner. You're its warden. Because you know when dogs run away?
Yeah.
Like, it's running away from where its food is. That's a big decision.
Yeah, true. So in those cases, you're probably like, Jesus, that dog must not... I don't know, because it's like dogs confusing and stuff. And I know for comedy purposes, we should go into it more like that. Yeah, I reckon that the reason dogs run away is because their owners are probably Nazis. Homophobes, Nazis.
Well,
it comes
I have
hand
got
in
a
hand.
skinhead, you know.
Exactly. Did your dog run away?
Yeah, Trigger ran away once. We found him again because he was just too thick.
Trigger warning. Spoiler.
But Trigger was a Basset Hound, so like it's pretty much like one of the stupidest dogs you can get.
Oh really?
They're well hard for train. And like he ended up just running off like to the corner shop and just sitting outside. Like my dog ran off to Shopping. How amazing is that? Like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, and
like going in for his pedigree.
Yeah, he was sat there just like, oh, can you get 20 Lambert? You know what?
And some dentist sticks.
Now that I look back, write in if you've done this, comment if you've done this.
Thanks.
But like, I want to speak to some people who, when kids have said, will you go in the shop for us, have gone, yeah.
Have I done that? I might have done that when I was like 18, you know. There was like a kid who was like...
Allegedly,
yeah. No police officer going to watch this. And plus, 10 years ago, mate, prove it.
yeah.
Or am I lying? But I remember being like... I think it was the first time I was old enough to be asked it that I was like, yeah. But I think what I did instead, and this isn't me just backtracking, I think I might have bought some cigarettes myself and then like gave him one or two. And be like, no, I can't buy them for you, mate, because this is the Wigan bus station. There's fucking police everywhere, mate.
Johnny Law is in them cameras.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Big Brother is watching.
Check 2 Woodbines, you fuck off.
It's 1984. Yeah.
It's 1984, lad.
Take 2 Woodbines, did you say?
Woodbines.
What are they?
Just like old brand of fags. But now I just don't understand, like, because I want to look back. When I look back now, like when you stand outside shops going, are you going to shop for us? Like, it's the most illogical act. Because like you just kind of like a fully grown adult who's going about the day. Is like, oh, I'm going to the shops, like, oh, I'm only nipping for a Kinder Bueno, and they're just like, oh, these kids come up to you and just like, oh, will you buy us 5 cans of beer?
Yeah.
And it's like,
nah.
no.
I'm never doing that as an adult. But when you're 18...
When another adult asks me to buy him some beer, just like, no, it's heavy. Come with me.
Yeah. But like, your situation, I imagined... I'm really backtracking on what I said, to be honest. I when you said buy him beer, and I was like... Well, when you said they wait outside a shop, I jumped on like, of course I've done that. I buy crates of beer for children all the time. But I meant, I was 18. That kid was probably like 8... 6, maybe. No. I felt that I was backtracking too much and had to inject some humour into it.
Yeah.
He was maybe 15 or 16. And I maybe gave him a cigarette, or maybe I didn't. I shouldn't have gone into this, should I?
You just be like, you can have the rest back at my house.
Exactly, there you go.
Is that how you used to get him?
That's
in your stage 4 pedo days.
You're saying this as you just. Yeah, you're a pedo, aren't you?
That's my tell. That's my nervous tell.
that you actually, whatever you're talking about, you're actually that.
Yeah. That's like when
You're gay, you.
Yeah.
You're gay.
I just like, I don't know, like every now and then, like my little backside burns have gotten itchy.
Oh yeah, I remember when you did that at Comedy Vault. You whipped your backside burns out.
Yeah, my back, like.
Pete calls them his badger wings.
There's days where like I'll forget about them. I'll just be getting in the shower and I'll look and just be like, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, what's all that about?
Yeah.
Because like it's true, mate. Like I don't know. I just can't imagine what it's like to not look at your body and just be repulsed.
I know, but I think most people have that. Well,
but like just in general though, like I'm just kind of like, it's why like I don't like being naked a lot, even in my own house. I'm just kind of like, I look down and I'm just kind of like, ooh.
I just feel vulnerable.
What if there's a fire?
Yeah. Well, it's more like so like if I sleep naked, I have to like mangina my dick and balls. I have to like tuck them in because I just feel like it, like when my dick's like this, like when it's like this, when it's just like flopping like this. I'm worried I'm gonna like roll and crush it.
Devastating, but what can you do? Hello. That's it, innit? See you later, Jen. See you later.
Brad,
Yeah, mate.
has been on video, lad, for the last 5.
Have I?
Yeah.
Fucking just get my neck on.
How's the neck, lad? Shows the neck.
Hold on, let me get a bit closer here.
Get the neck on this one, lad. This one don't bother. Get the neck on that, lad.
Massive, Tomo.
Get the size of that.
Massive.
It's phenomenal, that.
Gym
Brad,
there, just training neck.
just training neck, lad. Yeah, there. These days.
Money on neck nowadays, Tomo.
Hey,
Concentrate on neck.
you're not bothered about neck else there, pal.
Just neck.
This neck, lad. Get a bit, pal.
Wait, I don't know what you're laughing at.
I don't.
No, that's good then. That's a fucking good start. That. So in the first half we talked about just absolute nonsense. So that's how it usually starts with me and you, though.
Because I love how before it was like, what should we talk about? And like we were on about telling some stories, weren't we?
Exactly, and we just didn't.
Spinning some yarns.
But we often just. I feel like I want to just play this game with you constantly, where you'll say something and I'll go and jump onto a thing, and then you like carry it on, and then we just keep going back and forth. But a lot of it is me going way too far, and then you're going like, wait, and then I go no, backtrack like that. But we'll do is we'll spin some bloody yarns, you know. So something that I should pick your brains about that I imagine you didn't want to talk about when we first started the podcast because you were currently doing that job, but I always thought it would be good fodder because I've been thinking when I nipped to the shop in a halfway break there, these guys wouldn't have known because it just happened like that. But I was thinking of some things I could ask you about the old postman job. So I'm sure you have some stories about like folks who were a right nightmare.
Lads,
but let me think of some like frequently asked questions you might get.
I do not understand how postmen don't have to sign the Official Secrets Act.
Oh yeah.
Some of the things I've seen about some of the things I've seen about society, like
Right.
I'm starting to understand why some people vote Tory.
Okay.
Just kind of like, you know, when you just like talk to someone, you just like, you're a person, like you're an.
Right. Yeah.
I once was stood there. I knocked on a door, and a woman answered the door and was just eating a pomegranate, like not a pomegranate, an avocado, like it were an apple.
She was trying to do that to impress you.
Like she had all the skin. It was just green. She took all the skin off, and it was just green mush in her hand. And she just had it squeezed in her hand and was just like,
Oh my god, that is.
and I was just like, "Can you sign for this?" I shit you not. She puts the avocado into the clean hand, and just goes for it with like a mad green like sort of like Shrek tissue hand.
Oh my
and just
God.
like, and then
Did you use your pen too?
yeah, I looked and I was just like, there's tasty breakfast vegetable all over this. What do you want me to do with that? Just off I go.
What the fuck? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that's a fucking weird story already. I'm glad you started with that one. But sometimes I think about stuff like, did you know when you were dropping off some weird parcel for someone?
Yeah.
So if I was getting like
Live crickets,
like
that was weird.
What's that?
Live crickets was a weird one.
Oh really?
Because I'd be sat there, I'm there in my van, just like van tan, and then like
Yeah.
and I like an area in the back is like,
Is that the sound of crickets? Is that what it sounds like?
It's loads of them going, jumping about.
Oh.
And I was just like, what the fuck is that? Cockroaches, sorry.
Oh, it's like
yeah, and they were just
flying
like,
about cockroaches. Yeah.
and then I looked and I was just like, this box is making a lot of noise. I'm just kind of like, if this is a bomb, I'm just gonna die. It weren't, luckily. It were just crickets.
Wasn't that? Oh, that's good then.
But like, the guy answered it and was just like, looked and
And
was
me
was
roaches.
just like, oh, you got me wrong. So I was just like, yeah, I do, but you need to sign for him. He was just like, can you not sign for him? I was just like, you've got one hand holding the door.
What has he got behind there? I reckon he's got just a swarm of bees around his dick.
He's just like, he needs the roaches to feed his snake. He's just up to there in snake.
Yeah. Just wearing snake
He's
pants.
just got one hand, but he's just like, oh, I best answer the door. I remember I once delivered to a man who I don't think was all there, who would try to startle me every day.
Oh, yeah.
We had this weird mind game going on. And like, first time I was walking down the street, as you do, and I seen him just go, all I seen in the window was a figure go, just like disappear from view. And I go up to his house, and every now and then I can see him just going. I'm getting closer to his house, and I'm just like, all right, Jake, prepare to defend yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is about we're about to stride into the breach.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was just like, right, phoning it into base, just like, we've got Charlie in the wire. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm about to engage Alpha Protocol. You know what I mean? Because we got taught about like what to do if someone attacks you, and like what to do if a dog attacks you, and like just got to like let it bite your bag. But
okay.
didn't help me when that German Shepherd bit me. That just went straight for balls. That one.
We'll go for that one in a second.
Yeah. Anyway, and he would come in, and then he stopped coming and hit again. No, I'm joking. And literally no sooner had my hand just gone that he just went, nah!
No way, out the window, out the door.
Jumped up out the window. And I was like, and
How old is this man?
He's 70.
No way.
Straight up. And then I was just like, stood there. And then all I heard was, nah! He comes to the door and he was just like, open door. It was like, and it was a bloke. Like, one of them string vests that is barely even closed.
Yeah.
But it's just like frayed and it's got
Wow.
gravy stains. And he had, I swear down, them like lederhosen shorts that they have. Lederhosen,
Like German?
umpire bands.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
That, he had like a kind of lederhosen shorts on. That's what they looked like. They looked like sort of cartoon pants. Like they had, because they were just perfectly circular at the bottom.
Right.
And they just never seemed to like move. Do you know what I mean? They were just like, yeah. And he went like that. And he had like these little suspendy things on holding his,
yeah.
and he were like, and he looked, and he was stood like that, like bow-legged, and was just like, and I looked.
Did he have a big beard and long hair? Yeah,
clean shaven,
bald.
like the biggest
balding.
glass. Well, he had one of proper thick glasses, but
Oh,
one of them
yeah,
just had
like-
a plaster over it.
Right.
I was just kind of like this straight up, and I was just like, this guy's mad.
That's a mental look, that.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, he's rocking it. He's way ahead of his time, and like, he just looked at me, and he were only like up here on me, and he was just like, "Did I scare you, postman? Did I frighten you? Did I startle you?" And I was like,
That's my game.
I was like, I was definitely startled, and he was just like, I gave him his post, and he was just like, "See you tomorrow," and he did that exact thing. We had that exact conversation for a year.
Wow.
Like, I'm not joking. Every single time, it's like he knew when I had post for him, because he never seemed to do it when I didn't have post for him. I'm just like, it was this weird like
Did he
offshoot X-Men character. Like,
Did you ever see family members at his house? Was he just a lonely old man?
no. I mean, once I thought he died, but like,
Right.
he weren't dead. He was just asleep. He was just like on the floor, like
Yeah, of course that guy sleeps on the floor sometimes.
just like in his front room, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I gonna have to fucking exhume a body from somewhere?
No, definitely not. That's
Do you know
not
what
your
I mean?
job.
And like, I just looked and I just went, and then I just seen. And he was like,
Jumping around the room with his
"Do
leg
you
holes
think
and
you're
all.
dead?" Honestly, we're mad. But yeah, I did see family members around his house once, and they were
Right.
just like, "Oh, Dad talks about you." I'm like, "Does he?
Oh, no way.
Does he?" It's like, I bet when he say talks about you, I bet he's got a fucking I bet he's got my round plotted out in his own shit on his wall. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
mental. I had loads though, like weird people who like people love the Postman.
Oh yeah.
They love the Postman.
Oh yeah.
Don't know why. Like sometimes I deliver packages.
Because you're delivering things to people.
Yeah,
You're
I
giving them the joy
Yeah, I know, but like
and the bills.
sometimes delivering eviction notices were bad. Anyway,
Right, go on.
but,
We'll get
like,
back to that too.
there were
Put pin in
people who
that.
used to answer the door and be like shaking my hand,
Wow.
and I'm just kind of like, lad, all I've done is drop you off a charger.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Lad, I've been waiting for these tickets. I can't bloody wait. And I'm just like, I'm going. You know where I'm going? No, I don't know.
yeah,
Because I don't know where I'm going. Going to Dubai for 2 weeks. Do you know about Dubai?
Do you know what you buy?
It's just like, do I know about Dubai? It's like, what is this foreign land?
What's that?
I've only
You
heard.
don't know it.
I've only heard talk of it in whispers in the tavern. Like, of course, like, yeah, it was weird. But
My
anyway,
daughter told me about it last year.
my daughter went Dubai. Oh, you used to get some proper nutcases. Like I used to talk to people who'd like been in wars and stuff, and they were interesting. But like, I remember though, like you also get people who just like blame you for their lives because they sat in all day, just like getting on a slow drip feed diet of like won't pay, take it away, and Jeremy Kyle, and like they're eating Golden Grahams by the fucking pawful, and they're just sat fucking just waiting for someone to just take out the fact that they've not paid the lighting bill, and they've been late on a payment. And I remember once knocking on the door and opened the door well hard, and she was just like, "Listen, stop knocking on the door that hard." I was like, "But why?" And she was like, "I've got baby asleep upstairs." I was like, "Well, how am I supposed to know that?" I went, "But if I didn't knock on hard and you didn't hear it, you'd be annoyed that you didn't get the stuff." She was like, "Put it through door then." I was just like, "But you need to sign it." And then she just sort of went, like, like system reboot.
Yeah.
It was just like, ding, 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 ding. And then it was just kind of like, "Well, close gate."
yeah.
Lad, I don't.
That's that kind of thing where people are like, they can't figure out, they've not won the argument. They're like, "Oh, well, this then." Like, and they just say a new argument.
It was mad, lad, and like
Close gate.
the amount of people that I'd like be walking out their house and all you'd hear is, "Excuse me, you close me gate." I'm just like, why?
Although I imagine you leave everyone's gates.
Of course I would.
Yeah, of course.
I was well
Do
bad.
you know what is mad, right?
was
Just if
well
anyone
bad
wants
at
to
my
know
job.
this, you used to be a postman who would go around to different addresses and you needed to know where you were going and stuff. Because surely you don't have maps on your phone or anything.
Not really.
You just know the place. Breezy's maybe been to my house, this flat here, maybe 20 times at least. And he gets lost every time. He doesn't know where the bathroom is. When he came here, right, and he's like, "Right, is it in that dead fancy building between these two things?" And I'm like, "No, it's not a fancy building, is it?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm outside." And then you come in, and then I'm like waiting, thinking, right, it'll be up in about 10 seconds. And then it's 15 seconds, 20 seconds. I'm like, I know what's going on here. I go to the door and open it, and he's just halfway up the next stairs going, Oh, yeah. So I don't know how you. I reckon all these people are just having mad stories because they're like, I had to swap me mail with Jane on the road.
Oh.
Did that happen a lot?
Every day.
Every
pretty
day.
much. I was bad at my job, man.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
bad at my job. But like in Tilsley, my record on the longest street on my round once, I was hungover to fuck, just like sort of like, and I was like, I'd only been doing the job like a month, and I was just walking down, and I'm just listening to my podcast, just doing my thing. Because as far as I'm concerned, I would just go out for a walk for 6 hours. Do you know what I mean? And then like I was just putting it through. Because in my head, looking back now, it was well irresponsible. In my head, I was just like, it's post. Who gets anything important by post anymore? Like I'm literally just like, I've misdelivered your junk mail. You know what I mean? Like quickly, you know what I mean? Call up the Spetsnaz. But like, do you know what I mean? And like. But then I was walking down, just like bang, door, bang, bang, walking down. I get to the end of the street, I look back, and there's a line. It's easily like 70 houses. I look, every single person Saturday morning is stood on the driveway like that.
Oh, shit.
And they're just like, everyone has got next door's post. And I'm just stood there at the end, just like, And like, look, you know, like the eye contact of like 70 people, just like,
Yeah.
but and you know that like every single person is looking at you, just like, what if you know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
because even thinking about it now, like you had to just trust that the first door you were putting posts into was the right one, and then you just believed yourself.
Yeah.
Like you didn't go like, wait, I will like. I'm the kind of guy who will check for his keys 8 times.
Yeah.
And you're like, my keys are probably in my bag from a couple of days ago.
Yeah. I just do it.
Do you know what I
loads.
mean? Yeah,
I
yeah.
do that loads. I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, there was.
Gets you in some adventures, though, doesn't
It
it?
does. I mean, there was. Yeah. Have I got any other posty stories that were? I remember watching a
Dog
man.
biting your balls.
Well, it were an Alsatian.
Wait, it's late at night and I had 3 hours sleep last night. Go on.
So there's an Alsatian, like this old bloke had like this massive Alsatian. Bless him, it's clearly for protection. And he always used to get parcels and you just see it. I don't understand why people just let their dogs bite the window.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what's going to happen if you have an heart attack and paramedics come round? You're just going to get savaged by a dog when they try to save your life. And like, that's what I don't get about. He's a guard dog.
Yeah.
But it's like,
What if someone needs to come in?
it's like we're not in a medieval village.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you have a guard dog if the French are coming, not if like, you know what I mean.
The French they can't do anything with dogs.
What is this?
What is this? I cannot do this.
He's used the chien. You cannot defeat him.
I don't want to ruin it because yours is so good. But the dog bit you in the balls. Is that right?
No,
Is that what you
no.
said?
It went for my balls, and then I went
Right.
like that, and like put my leg up to like in a taekwondo block, and like it just boom right on my finger, yeah.
Man.
And like, and then this poor old guy, he just couldn't react. Do you know what I mean? He was a bit senile, and you know when you have a load of adrenaline, and you go posh.
Aye.
Like I was just stood there with this just dog on my leg, and I just looked at him and just went, "Control your dog, sir. Control your dog." And like I looked down and was just like, "Control him." like I was just, I was like,
Control that dog.
but like you know what I mean? You've heard my voice. I was like, "Control your dog."
Yeah, exactly. It's so character view.
Looked down and was just like, that's what you don't get from Eastenders, isn't it? Like, if a tram blasts through your pub, you're not going to be like, "Get everyone out."
Oh,
You're going to be
yeah.
like, "Get them out of there.
Yeah. Oh, really? Y'all going the other way?
This is a disaster."
They missed the trick there, EastEnders. Instead of like, fuck, you know, the pub's been blown down. They're like, our establishment has been
Our
desecrated.
establishment has been simply penetrated by a tram.
Ham.
Detritus all over the gangway. We must hasten to remove these building materials to make way for the constabulary. Yeah. So that's what happens when I get scared.
10 men in ruffle coats appear. No, go on.
But yeah, the weirdest thing I ever saw, though, the single weirdest thing I ever saw was down Gym Pit Village. And it was a man in his dressing gown.
Gym Pit Village is just a town around Tilsey, right?
Yeah. Like, and it was a man in his dressing gown. That's it. You could just see like one ball.
Todger.
Just sort of like not. That's what was weird is it was open and the slit was right there. And every now and then you just see a little ball just be like.
Hi.
So like I'll model it because my head's like a ball.
Okay, yeah,
all you'd
true.
see is just.
Oh no.
He was like doing things, but like that's gonna look weird. But yeah,
I hope anyone who was like just looking over the computer for a moment while they're like, I mean, like just doing something different. They've opened another page. They're like, I should probably go and see what this demonstration of a ball coming out of a robe looks like.
yeah,
Because it was a good one. I
was a
believed
good one.
it.
That's what it looked like. And like he looked at me, and without breaking eye contact, another guy, Vic Glasses, he didn't have a plaster this time. He weren't the same man, and like he had a metal like fish slice, and he was just looking at me like that. And he looks at the floor, looks at me. I'll just for the benefit of the viewer, like. Actually, doing that. And then he just really slowly went towards this grid. I looked, and there was just a massive dog shit. And he just went.
He just picked it up and looked at it.
Me like, and he was just like. I just went in his house,
Wow.
and I was just like, I looked and was just like, there's something I didn't even know I hadn't seen.
Yeah, and you're like, I'll never forget that.
I've never seen the pyramids of Giza, but I know what they are.
Yeah, them geezers.
I'd never even considered seeing that.
True.
I was just kind of like stood there, like I had to have a minute because I was like, "What's he doing with that?"
Yeah.
And does that mean he have as a thing in his house? And I was like, "No, don't touch that.
yeah.
That's me shit scraper.
yeah. Always like, have your dinner on that cock.
That's what your granddad uses for get the dog shit and then put it
in his robe.
He puts it straight in cockroach feed."
Exactly.
But yeah, like that was one of the weirdest things I seen. I also seen some kids having an unlicensed boxing match. That was mad.
Oh my god.
Like they were all skipping off school.
Skipping, they do that in boxing.
And like there were a group of like 8 lads.
Was it on Boxing Day by any chance?
All in trackies. And like they were only like 11.
Was it Lonsdale trackies by any
They were,
chance?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
bloody were.
Lonsdale.
Yeah, bloody were.
Ricky Hatton.
This was in Gorton.
Oh yeah.
And like I was just walking around, they were like, "Oh, yeah, right, mate." I'm just like, "What's happening?" And then like all I hear is and those people going, "Wah, wah." Look, and there's just a circle of 8 kids and just 2 kids just going at each
How old do
other.
you think they are?
No more than 11.
Wow.
And like they're just in the middle of the street, in the middle of the day, and I was just kind of like, but they were going at each other.
Gorton massive.
And I was just kind of like, when you wag off school, it's supposed to be because school is too stressful. That's more stressful. Do you know what I mean? Like you've done the opposite here.
Yeah,
lads.
you're going like, right. I mean, we get to get out of geography, but I have to have a title match later on.
Just like,
I've had me raw eggs this morning and me Dairy Dunker.
Just like, I wish I were in English now.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
like, but I've got
Instead of
hitting Jimmy.
yeah. I have to fight for the English because he's half Nepalese.
But like, there were loads of stuff like that I seen. I'll never forget on Ramadan when I'm caught 4 lads in Russia sneaking a chicken.
Oh.
But like, I don't know whether they were trying to hide it from the parents or something, but these lads were like in their 20s. And I was walking past, like, down this alleyway, and I was like, a lot of smoke here.
Oh, yeah.
And I looked, and they just froze. Like, I looked, and was like, and they were just like, and it's just like, they had just a little chicken, like, over a fire. And they were just like, but they stopped the chicken, and they were just like,
and you were like,
as though I'm going to go, as though I'm going to go, I'm telling Allah.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Haram!
and like, honestly, like, you do. One thing I will say, you do see some mad stuff on Ramadan.
Oh yeah, I
like,
lived in Dubai during Ramadan.
Because
so.
it's because like everyone's fucking like food deprived and stressed and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like because it's it takes a lot of self control.
Yeah.
And people are just like fraught walking about.
Yeah, you want to see people in Dubai. There was like Muslim workers who were coming over there, and it's Dubai. It's slave labor, to be honest. Like, and they've come over, and they've taken their passports on and chucked them at a building. They just gathered a load of them up. Let's take these lot and just throw them at that building, and don't worry, it'll be up in a year. 6 months? Get more of them, throw them at the building. And during Ramadan, I remember once getting my phone out, and I was looking at the weather, and it said 40 degrees. 40 degrees, it said, right? And then it said 40 degrees, yeah, and then it said real feel 64. So it felt like 64 because of the humidity.
Yeah.
And those guys, they can't eat or drink, and they're climbing up and doing a thing, and then they would just be passed out on the sidewalk, the pavement, or loads of guys just all lying there because of the heat. Speaking of the heat, I feel like I've never really noticed the colour of your eyes, Breezy.
We said we wouldn't do this.
I don't know, I think that... Oh my god, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.